Hello everyone, I'm Paul, and today we're back on the timber frame project, and what I'm doing today is I'm putting in the base for the flooring, and also I'm going to put a ramp that I built the other day. So anyways guys, you can see in here what I've got is I'm going to bring it up here to this level, which is 7 inches high. I'm going to bring in here, and I've got my 7/8 clear stone just out here. You can see it's just, there's no dirt in there, there's no sand or anything like that, so it's just all clear stone. So I'm going to bring it up 7 inches, and then in the spring or in the summer coming in 2024, what I'll do is I'll scrape back some of the clear stone that I'm going to put in here, and I'm going to put a concrete pad. Today I'm going to put a ramp in here that I mentioned, that I built. The ramp is a 9 foot by 4.5 feet by 7 inches tall. So anyways, the tractor's warmed up, and let's get some stone in here. right, guys, you can see here I've got my ramp. It's all made of fresh cedar. It's very heavy. I just cut the logs yesterday and I milled the logs yesterday, so this is very green. I'm not sure how much it weighs, but it weighs an awful lot. Too heavy to lift by hand. Anyways, so we got the ramp in pretty good. Just gonna check for level. Might have to level it up a little bit. So some of you might be asking, you're going to use a nice cedar wood to make a tractor ramp. Yeah, I do. What I use is cedar trees that were leaning like this. So they're all leaning like this, the ones I cut down. So there's a lot of stress in the wood. So it's a perfect wood to use for an application like this. You wouldn't want to use this on something that you need a nice finish, because you're going to get some bending and twisting in this wood, quite a bit more. And if you come in here, guys, you can see already that's perfectly level. If you look at the level, come in nice and tight, you can see it's nice and level right there. And we'll just check this way. And it's perfectly level as well, so that's really good. You can see here as well, I only use nails. I don't like screws. I would never use screws on something like this. Anyways, guys, the other thing too is you can see I put all the boards nice and tight in this case, because they are going to shrink. I should have maybe had left a little bit of a gap, but I'm not worried about how much the wood is going to how fast the wood's going to dry. That's why I put more than one nail in it. This is the north side, so there's no sunshine or direct sunlight that comes and hits on this side here. So this is just perfect where it is. So now I just have to fill in the gap in here, and that's basically going to be the part. I'm still going to talk to you about the little tip that I have for making a ramp like this. You may want to make a ramp one day that you have for your shed. You might want to make it for some, type of access to get into something that you just need a little bit of a slope. So I've just got a quick tip that may save a little bit of time for you. Anyways, guys, let me get this all filled up and then we'll talk about that little tip. Well, there you have it, guys. The ramp's installed. The clear stone's in here. There's a little bit of dirt in it. That's from when I scrape on the driveway. Also, as I mentioned, what I'm going to do come the spring, next summer, I'm going to scrape some of this out, and I'm going to put a cement slab. So anyways, I wanted to show you that little trick, guys. And that's when you're making the stringers for the ramp. So I'm just going to show you here on the board here. We'll just pretend that this is a board of whatever thickness that you wanted, a 2x8 or 2x6 or whatever, 2 by something anyways. So normally what you do when you make one of these stringers is that you're going to draw a line anywhere from this corner here, and you're going to go like this, and this will give you, as you can see, that gives you that kind of an angle. Now you could start from here or wherever you want on the board. Now when you cut these with a circular saw, the problem what happens is that you can't, when you start here on the end or anywhere that you're going to go here and you're going to cut, your stringers are never going to be exactly the same height. So what a lot of people do is what they do is that you can see here I've got it. I'll put these here flat so you can see. Move that stone. Oh, I got these backwards. But you can see here what I've got them set up here. And you can see this is what's cut. And then we have this much material that's extra. So when you go to put your top boards, your decking on there, it's going to be off. Now what a lot of people do is they make a second cut. But the problem is when you make that second cut, you don't always get a nice even cut either. So because that circular saw is very hard to keep it nice and still. Now if you use a jig, if you want to take the time out to fix up a really nice fancy jig so that you get a very perfect cuts or near perfect cuts, you don't really have to bother with this method. So anyways, the trick here is basically, instead of having to make the second cut here, is that when you make your angle here to cut, make these longer than what you would ordinarily have them. So say if you want this stringer here, this one here is 2 feet. So if you wanted it 2 feet long, what you do is you add 3 inches on this end and add 3 inches on this end. So when you're drawing your line, as you can see here, I'm coming here. What I would do is add an extra 3 inches here on this end and an extra 3 inches on this end. The reason for that is now that you've got your stringers and you made the cut, is that instead of making a second cut to cut this, what you do is you line your stringer up like this and you just shift your stringer like this. See how I'm moving it to the side? And you just move it to the point where now it's nice and flush. You can see here now it's nice and flush, right? So what you end up doing is you cut off the 3 inches here and you cut this even, and then you make a line here and you cut this nice and straight on your miter saw, which is a lot easier. So this tip will just a quick way to save you from having to make this long cut here, which can really go off on all kinds of different angles, different degrees, especially if you're making really long stringers. So this will really save you and make it a lot, save you a lot of time and make it a lot easier. You can see here it's nice and smooth. As soon as I put them flush, if I originally cut them, you can see the difference there. So anyways, guys, I hope that tip helped you out. The only thing I have left here to do is just drive in here and pack it down, but this stuff is not going to get packed down too much. It's pretty much going to stay where it is. So anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. The next thing I'm going to be doing is the electrical in here. So that I'm not sure whether I'm going to video that yet or not, but because there's quite a bit of work to do for that. I have to bring it from the garage. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do so by hitting that subscription button down below. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Gellin' Outdoors.